Yo people them, what we saying? Dolan in the mix, you know. With air. Mm. Yo, we move. We got a big one in the building today. What you saying, Rich?
What's happening?
Nothing, man. I'm here. How are you?
I'm very good, my brother, man. Just here, man. Finished the session in the morning,
Yeah.
and
How
now I'm
was it?
just relaxing.
How was it?
Listen, it was really intense. And I got another session coming up soon. And it's just a mobility session.
Okay.
Yeah, all good though.
Nah,
How about you?
talk to me, man. How you been and how's quarantine and the trading been going?
You know, it's been a bit tough because we're used to training in the gym, sparring,
Yeah.
and obviously we can't do that because of this pandemic. So
Mm.
we had to kind of improvise, train outside, find other things to do, and to keep fit, find other ways to keep fit. So it's been a bit frustrating, but at the same time, we could just only focus on the positives.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I heard that. I was gonna say before we get into the whole boxing and stuff, just for the people that don't know you, just tell them a bit about yourself and where you grew up, a bit of your background.
That's cool. Yeah, man. So my name is Richard Riakporhe.
Yeah.
Grew up in southeast London, Peckham, Wharf Road, Aylesbury,
Mm.
and kind of got myself in a lot of trouble growing up. Switched it up, started boxing, and doing a little bit of music as well.
Yeah.
Then after that, I just started studying. I was studying at the same time I was boxing.
Yeah.
After I graduated, I decided to proper pursue boxing, take it to another level.
Mm.
And then now we're here. You know what I mean? It's been about 10 years since I started. 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
So what age would you have been at when you proper started training and doing boxing?
About 18.
18.
Had my first fight at 19.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was it like coming from like your background going into boxing? Because boxing's is a bit like discipline. It's a disciplined sport.
Yeah. Listen, it was really difficult. You have to bear in mind, most of my brethren, they were all kind of always going out, going partying, drinking.
Yeah.
And boxing, you have to, if you want to be a good boxer, good fighter, you have to live a life of discipline.
Yeah.
So I had to kind of, make a lot of sacrifices. So all of my friends, when they were going to do shisha, going to the bars to drink, I had to just stay away.
Yeah.
So if I would come out to hang around, it's like I would have to have strong will to not indulge myself in any of the, the things that they were getting up to at the same time. It's really difficult, because environment, it could be a very dangerous thing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So, like you said, you had the willpower and you fought it. But at times, was there times when you just let me just have a little drink or let me just go out for an hour, come back? Well, how hard was it? Like it must have been tempting.
Listen, it was difficult, and there was even times where I was drinking. I was drinking a lot. I was boxing, even whilst I was pro. I was drinking a lot. I was smoking shisha.
Mm.
I remember one day when I went out to one dance, and my friend, I was smoking shisha, joking around, trying to impress the girls as well. And my friend just asked me, listen, Richard, how far do you want to take this boxing? Like, do you really want to be champion and stuff? And I was like, yeah, of course. And he goes, so why are you drinking? Why are you smoking shisha? And he did this in front of everyone.
Yeah.
It was proper embarrassing. And I had nothing to say. I couldn't say anything back. And I kind of went home that night, sat to ask, I really analysed what he was saying, and I just made a conscious decision, you know what, I want to take it to another level. I want to go far. So I'm going to just stop drinking, stop smoking shisha.
Mm.
It's kind of difficult because I kind of felt withdrawal symptoms, drinking cocktails all the time. It's hard to just stop like that. Anybody watching that wants to stop drinking, you have to take your time, cut down gradually, and then stop later on. You know what I mean? So it took about 3 months, and it's been probably about 4 or 5 years since I had a last drink. It's crazy.
Serious? Oh, I'll wait that. But I was also gonna say, like you said, you had a friend that told told you the reals in front of everyone. And sometimes I feel like you need them kind of friends. Obviously, you were still always going to pursue your boxing career, but that was the first step when a friend had to tell you, like, you know, slow down, what are you doing? Do you want to take this serious or not? And you went back home, thought about it, and you said, you know what? Let me start the change now. Because not many people who do boxing or play football or has got a career have got them friends that, you know, you got certain friends that will allow you to do what you want. They won't even tell you nothing. They just say,
They won't say
drink.
anything.
Yeah.
So true. It's like, and just listen, I grew up in a council estate.
Yeah.
Listen, you could just imagine the environment. It's pretty difficult. The environment is really bad. Nobody knows any better.
Mm.
So to kind of find that willpower, you know, I had to proper learn how to change my environment. You know, take myself out of my comfort zone. It took a lot, but you start to see over time. You might see the benefits straight away, but over time, I start to see a lot of benefits, and I realize, listen, this is the way forward.
Yeah.
If I want to get to where I want to be, I'm gonna have to carry on walking this path. And it was hard because I wasn't seeing any results, but later on, as time went on, I start to see some successes little by little, and that's when I realized, you know what, this is the right path. This is the path that I should be on.
And like you said, the right path you should be on, and your friends respect it, and they know now not to, you know, call Rich out on certain occasions because, you know, his grind, he wants to focus on boxing, and like you've done it, and you've become the cruiserweight British champions. And how did that feel when you become that? And how did your friends feel after all that hard work and all these graft, you know, sacrifices?
Yeah, listen, it was a great feeling. You know, if you check the history of British champions in the UK, there's not too many British cruiserweight champions. There's only like a handful, and I've got my name put down in history now, and that's not it. Like we want more. When I came to this game, my ambition was to become world champion. I remember boxing on these small hall shows, getting paid like £200, £150, not making anything, but everybody was just assuming that we were just rich or making serious money because Mayweather had this kind of perception. He changed the perception of boxers. But, you know, I remember writing down a plan, and I said, you know what, 2018, I want this title. 2019, I want a British title, WBC, maybe intercontinental title, continental title, or intercontinental WBA. And that was like 3 years ago. It's crazy. And I remember writing that 2017, and everything that I put down in my plan, it came to pass.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I'm gonna put some pictures up one day on my social media just to show people, because my brother is he's in finance and planning. You know?
Yeah.
And the good thing with me and him, we've always been really close. We're just like a year apart. And he's really organized. You know, he could tell you how much he's gonna have in 5 years from now, what he's gonna be doing and everything. And I never used to be organized at all. So he really helped me to plan my future.
Yeah.
Plan everything, and it's helped me along the way. You know, a lot of people have contributed to the successes that I've experienced. So, you know, I thank everybody.
How was the, obviously you said that you touched upon just from your friend telling you that situation about when you was in a shisha lounge, but how has the family been with your success and support? How have they been?
Yeah, it's been really inspiring for them, because they've seen me grow up. They've seen me when I was at my at the bottom, and to see the success. A lot of people talking about me, their friends seeing me on TV and stuff, and it's also enhanced their image. Like, a lot of people are befriending them, giving them opportunities just because I'm their son. It's amazing. It's like it's really fascinating for them to see, and they've been paying close attention even more. When before, I remember, you know, being a boxer, it wasn't the same as it is now. Like, I remember running around the block, like around 6-7 years ago. If you told somebody you did boxing, people were like, oh, you're a boxer? Oh, cool. But that's it. It was like being a footballer was the lick. You know,
The instinct,
like, that's it. You're the man. But it's like things change over time, and it's funny how the perception has changed over time now. Now it's like when you're boxing, like, right, people are really, really interested.
Nah,
I think it's Anthony Joshua that changed the whole perception, glamorized it, made it a bit more sexy. But at the same time, listen, it's a tough sport. You know, it demands a lot. It looks sexy from the outside, but listen, it's the opposite.
I can imagine because I see, like, obviously, I'll go on YouTube and I watch some things and that, and the way they train is madness, and a strict diet and stuff. Like, how's your diet? Like, what's it like?
You know what? You won't believe me when I tell you. I don't eat red meat. I don't eat chicken.
Serious, yeah?
I promise you. So the last time I ate red meat was like 5 years ago. The last time I ate chicken was like 4.5 years ago. And 5.
Wow. So what you eating then, Rich? What you eating? Like, what you eating, Rich?
I'm eating like fish. I'm like a pescatarian.
Yeah.
That's the proper way to refer to myself.
So fish, just like every day. What's your for Monday to Friday? What would you eat?
So I would like to mix up my meal, like my diet. So I would have a lot of complex carbs, sweet potato, wild rice, with white rice, white potatoes. I'll just mix it all up. Then I'll have a lot of grilled foods. Try to stay away from the fried foods.
Okay.
And actually, I cook a lot. Actually, since this lockdown, it's really helped me because I remember I was spending like about 60 pounds a day, you know, on takeaway. It's crazy.
No!
Probably more than that.
60 pounds a day, Rich.
I know, it was really bad. But like it's good anyway because now I'm cooking. I can see everything that's going into it. And what I realize is that the way it takes for me to clean the fish, to gut the fish, to grill it, to season it, it takes a lot of love, you know. And listen, it takes a lot of love, and you can imagine these people that are cooking when we go out. Listen, they're not doing it with love. They're doing it because it's a job. So how can you just put your money somewhere and just eat anywhere? Like this is the only thing we got, you know, our bodies. So we're gonna have to take care of it. You know
so when you're at home, you're cooking with love. So what you saying in the restaurants and that they're cooking angry? They don't even. What you saying? They don't care.
They don't care. Listen, they don't care. Like they're just dashing the fish to one side, putting on the tabletop, disinfectant on the tabletop. It's crazy. And as long as you don't get sick, you know, then it's a good job.
Yeah, no, it's real rap. No, that's real rap still. That's real rap. So so how often would you go out? Obviously, you train hard. So sometimes there's days that you want to enjoy yourself. Like, how often would you go to a restaurant, like with friends or family?
Probably a couple times a month. Like,
yeah.
I used to love Novikov. You know, Novikov was my favorite. But they changed the chef like not too long, maybe like a year and a half ago, man. Messed everything up.
Well, it's not the same no more.
No.
When was the last time I went? I went like, was it last year? The last time I went Novikov, you know, I think for my friend's birthday, and the menu was alright still.
It was alright last year.
MJ, look at Rich. Out of all restaurants, Rich threw out Novikov, you know.
There's a few restaurants that I like as well, but they're not in this country. There's one in Dubai.
Hey, no, Rich is really taking us. Rich, you really taking us to Dubai. Not even in this country.
Listen, if you try this food, this Lebanese cuisine, trust me, you could fly there just to eat the food. Trust me.
What?
Good quality. Hey, amazing. If you try that Lebanese food there, it'll be hard for you to just eat like in any other Lebanese restaurant down here in London.
Nah, I hear you.
I promise.
Rich, obviously growing up, yeah, you said you put down a plan. Obviously, you was gonna win the British Cruiserweight championship. So I was gonna say, did that make you more hungrier when you won that? Would you think like this is not enough? Like you said, it just made you more hungry. Like, do you
100%.
see? Yeah,
100%. You see, my mindset is like I'm never satisfied. You know, I'm never satisfied with any of my performances. I just want to do better.
Yeah,
that's the mindset, and it's kind of rubbed off from the people I'm around. I'm around Dillian White, you know, every other day. And
Yeah.
he's kind of just rubbed that type of mindset on me. We
That's
always
good.
have to be improving. There's better boxers out there. We need to reach our full potentials. And, you know, if we could win a fight, but if you're not, you know, reaching your full potential in the fight, then it's not good enough. That's the truth. Because you're robbing from yourself. If you perform at you know, boxing, a lot of people don't know about boxing, but boxing is like, it's also like the lottery. You know, one day will be like some unknown boxer. You have one fight and have one deal. Bang. Everybody in the world knows about you. That's the way it goes. And also, so you have to make sure that you're taking every fight seriously, making sure you're getting the most out of your training, taking, you know, kind of just applying yourself incessantly with a serious approach to it. And that's how we kind of see these results and get better opportunities and stuff.
No, I hear you. Which leading up to a fight, so you train when you going into a fight, you train up to how many days is it before a fight? Do you stop training? Like, do you always train up until the fight?
So yeah, so we train obviously throughout the year.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the fighters that are serious, that take the sport seriously, we train throughout the year. But then when it comes to, if we receive a fight date, you know, we would train. We would probably receive a fight date with 9 weeks notice, 8 weeks, maybe even 12 weeks, depending on the magnitude of the fight.
Yeah.
And we would train throughout. So we would have like a good 8 to 12 week camp, and that would consist of us breaking into camp. Nothing crazy, nothing too intense, just warming up our heart rates just to prepare, just set the foundation.
Yeah.
And then after that, we'll start to pick up a bit more, working on the strength and conditioning, then easing that off later on. Then after that, we do the sparring, maybe do 2-3 weeks, depending on how you're feeling, how you're performing. And then we'll have a week break, maybe before the fight, just right before the fight.
Yeah.
But just to repair the muscles, just to get us ready for the actual fight night. Because in boxing, I know you probably know as well, you can actually train so hard that you burn yourself out. Then when you jump in the ring, you can't fight.
Yeah.
You can't perform to that extent because you're just tired, fatigued. You never get yourself time to rest and recover.
Yeah, of course.
So you have to, it's really important that, shout out to Isaac Chamberlain there.
Yeah, big him up still. Big up Chamberlain. No, I need to get him on one of these as well.
Yeah, you have to, man. Chamberlain's got a mad story, you know.
Yeah.
Chamberlain's got a mad story. He was in a fight one day and he fought for the Southern Area title. He dislocated his arm. And he fought with one hand for a couple of rounds. Put it back in and still won the fight. Mad.
Big him up still. Big him up. Big him up.
Big up. So, yeah. So what was that? Sorry, I just lost my train of thought. But anyway, listen, it's a thing where we'll rest a week before the fight, and then we would jump in the ring and just perform. That's it. Rest is very important.
You see, us in football, like we do match analysis where we study different players and that, so we see the way they play, the way they pass it around, who goes where. How is it in boxing? Do you study like I don't know how it is, so I'm just asking. Is it his stance or the way he moves, like his footwork? What's it like? How long do you study a boxer when it's time to fight?
You know what? It's a bit different in boxing. Some fighters they choose not to watch any boxers. They choose not to watch their opponent at all.
Yeah.
They rather their coach watch the fighter and give them the instructions. And then in the sparring, the coach will give them the instructions of how to deal with the fighter. And in the fight, they'll just rely on the coach to give the instruction. They won't look at the fighter once. And you hear Mayweather saying the same thing. He said he doesn't watch no videos of his fighters.
Yeah.
But me, I like to watch a few videos. You know, I like to know exactly who I'm fighting. I like to know everything about them. I like to know how they treat their girlfriend, how they treat their wife, they're married, how they treat their family. You learn a lot from all these little things. It's proper, it's a deep game, because you can learn a lot. You can learn a lot. It's just like Mike Tyson, everybody has a certain perception of Mike Tyson as he's a pure animal.
Yeah.
Like he isn't.
Yeah.
But everybody has their weaknesses, and you can learn if you really analyze pay attention, you'll kind of see a few things. You learn a few things that you can exploit.
No, I hear that, and
That's what's fascinating about boxing. There's no security or certainty that a fighter could 100% win a fight.
No, what you just said there is real. You know, people care about the boxing. Like what you said about you want to learn how he treats his kid, what it's like at home, and all these things. That's real rap. That's the realest of rap. That's the realest thing I've heard so far. You know.
100%. Now I'll give you another example. Chris Eubank, senior, he was a world champion.
Yeah.
And he fought a guy from an Irish guy called Steve Collins. Yeah, and basically, I was in a press conference, and I said to him, like, listen, Steve says, listen, I like you, Chris. You know, the way you're well spoken, articulate, and nice, but you're not from here. You're from Africa. What have you done for your people? I'm for my people.
Mm.
I do for my Irish people. I do everything. What have you done for your people? And you see him at that time, he didn't even know about like the history of exactly like where his parents originated from and stuff. So it hit him. He said, yeah, from that point, he lost the fight.
Yeah.
In his mind. So it's like people can actually, I know a lot of people won't understand this, but you can actually lose a fight before you even enter the ring.
Yeah.
So it's so important that you get your mind right. And Steve Collins, he was very intelligent to study Chris Eubank to be able to say something like that to beat him mentally.
Mentally, that's what I was about to say. Mentally, threw him off.
Exactly that, man.
No, that's mad. You know, boxing mad. Which obviously you've been in fights. You've been in fights and that. Like, obviously you can't stop. Obviously you can block in that, move around. But what's it like when you get hit in a certain place where, you know, you're thinking, how do you protect yourself? Just say you get winded.
Yeah.
Do you get told to move about or just to, I don't know what you call it, just cover up shield or what? Like, because I've seen people get hit. I'm thinking, how they're still up in that?
You know, it's mad because, you know, when you're fighting, you have a crazy burst of adrenaline pumping around your body. So that helps to weather the storm as well, if you would. But in boxing, it's crazy. The most painful shots are the shots to your body.
Yeah.
The shots to your liver, to your ribs, and they do serious. You'll feel it on the spot, even if you have adrenaline pumping in your body. The headshots, they can disorientate you, but like some people don't have a good chin. Some people don't have a chin.
Yeah.
It's more of a mentality. It's like just never giving up. Sometimes you just have to grit your teeth. That's what they say in boxing. Like, listen, just grit your teeth, suck it up, and go again.
Yeah.
And once you have that kind of mentality, you can take a tremendous amount of punishment and just come back, keep on coming back. So it's a lot to do with the mind. Okay. And some of the people that will take, you will see them like receive a big shot, and you think, how are they standing?
Yeah. Exactly that.
It's a lot to do with the background, the mentality of a fighter. They always talk about the fighters from the 90s and the 80s. They say they were cut from a different cloth, especially in America.
Yeah.
And my opinion, the reason why I believe that was because of the social and kind of racial inequalities that they had to overcome or to fight against during that time, their times, and it made them stronger mentally. So they weren't just fighting against their opponents; they were fighting against the system.
Yeah.
And when you're fighting against the system, it's a different fighter, and that's the difference between it's true, and that's the difference between some of the fighters now. Some of the fighters they never come from no adversity. They haven't had no adversity that they had to overcome. To make them a certain type of fighter. And that's why they don't understand how I'm always winning. How do I beat these guys that are undefeated over and over again? They don't understand, but it's because of the stuff that I've overcome in the past.
Yeah.
And I had to overcome for me to even be here. And that's what made me at the same time. So when somebody hits you with a big shot, you don't think about the big shot. You think about, you just can't lose. You can't take no for an answer. You have to just keep it going, keep on going. And that mentality is a winning mentality that keeps you in a fight.
No, Rich, what you just said there, bro.
100%.
Mad. Like, honestly, let's go back to Pet Nam and that growing up. Like, was it like, I know, like, listen, I'm from Canning Town myself, and like it was difficult for us as well to grow up. Like you said, like I wanted to play football, but then I had certain people around me that, you know, it was tough. But once again, I knew where I wanted to go. But growing up around Canning Town was so tough, man. There's a million things going on, and sometimes you just attract trouble, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't go looking for it. It would just come, and that was the hardest part. Because I remember when I was young, I was getting into trouble with the police and all these things. But at the age of 16, 15, when I proper started playing football, I knew like, bro, my friends are my friends, but it's time for me now. I want to focus on my career. Man, want to play football. And to be fair, from young, my friends was always told me like, bro, go and play football, man. Like this part of life is not for you. And yeah, man, lucky that I had good friends and like you said, I had good family around me as well to help me focus on my career. But no, it was tough growing up in East London.
Listen, it's same in South. You know, it's the same. You know, most of the people that were around me growing up, they were into a whole heap of nonsense, like, and that was cool. You know, being involved in that nonsense was cool. It attracted the women, attracted the power, made you money. So it was a whole system in itself. And if you wanted to, you know, be of a certain level, you have to go through the ranks, just like in boxing. Like starting off as a competitor, low in the rankings, you want to build up to get high in the rankings so you can start making some real money, winning some championship titles, and that's the way it was. And it's crazy, you know, being in that system, you don't really kind of sit back and just take a look and analyze everything and say, listen, you know what? If I continue on this pathway, it's going to lead to this destination or that ending.
Yeah.
And it's like it took a long time for me to sit back and really analyze and look at it and think, you know what? This is like a proper trap.
Yeah.
If I don't make certain decisions now, that's it. I'm going to be smoked. And unfortunately, we didn't have no proper idols growing up. But later on, things started to change. I grew up in Peckham. I was around gigs and that since I was a kid, since I was really young.
Yeah.
And when he started to make it off the music, that was also inspiring.
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? If he can make it off the music, then I can, you know what I'm saying? I can make it somehow. I didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do. But it was really inspiring to see him on these, like, Channel U with his videos and on the radio stations. It was blown up. I was like, flipping, that's unbelievable. I want to make it too. I want to live a better quality of life.
Yeah.
I want money in my pocket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's when, you know, just something sparked in me. I started to change little by little. But it was difficult because then you have the beef with this person, that person, and it's like you want to just walk around like a normal person, but you can't because you don't want to get flipping.
Yeah.
You know, then some people just will draw you out.
Mm.
They'll just draw you straight back in because they have nothing else to do. They have nothing to live for.
Yeah.
You know, nothing to lose. And that's pretty dangerous. And this, you know, it takes a lot to kind of just make a decision. You know what? Forget that. That's nonsense. Like, let me just walk this path.
Mm.
But, you know, we're blessed in it that we just made the right decisions. And that's why I kind of took it upon myself to kind of talk to youth. So I go. I don't know if you know. I go into a lot of schools.
Yeah.
Youth. And I told them, listen, I'm not being funny, but if you continue walking on this path, this is what's going to lead to.
Yeah.
Nothing beneficial there. If you want to properly be productive and invest in your future, then do this, do that. Conduct yourself in this manner. I'm telling you, you'll change your life.
Yeah.
Things will never be the same again. It's like, because I didn't have that kind of role model when I was growing up to give me that advice, to push me. I remember I was playing football as well one time. James, I know he's probably watching there. James Alabi. You know, he's a pro footballer, made it. Yeah, I was playing football, but I wasn't serious about it.
Yeah.
I wasn't serious about it. But he started playing football. He made it. He got signed, and he's been doing his thing ever since. So it's like it's really inspiring to see everybody around the block, around where we grew up in the southeast, kind of doing their thing. Even people like Reece Nelson, they come from the blocks. They come from the same ends. Aylesbury. Same as Damson Idris, you know, came from the same flipping blocks just around the corner. Used to come to two of us. Now he's like the main actor of Snowfall FX. People don't know, but unfortunately, what is really sad is that the people that kind of make it out is very slim. I would say after my study the other day, I was on the block. I went to collect something from a few of my friends about 3-4 days ago, and I bumped into two youth. They were both 19, and both of them go to Cambridge.
Yeah,
they manned them. I couldn't believe it. You go to Cambridge, like, yeah, I study social sciences and politics. I'm like, that's what I studied in college as well. That's amazing. I've never ever come across people like that go to Cambridge that come from like council estates. That had a proper mature conversation. But it just shows you that like there are people that make it out, but it's very slim. I would say it's probably about 5%, just a little bit less than 5%, from people that come from these type of backgrounds to really like do something with themselves. So, but it's possible, man.
No, of course it's
possible, and just with a little effort as well. Just with a little effort and consistency. That's what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks it's like it's too hard, but it's really, I promise you, it's not.
And I think what you touched upon, Rich, as well, I think is a major key as well. Sometimes people only need that one person like yourself, or like you said, the Reece Nelsons, or myself, the James Alabis, everyone that's made it, just to come back to the schools or come back to the youth clubs and tell them that this is not the way. You can always become something. You get me, dream big. And sometimes that it might just click. Like, I'm not saying everyone can change it, but it might just help 5 or 4 of them to become something that they thought they'll never become. You get me? Sometimes like, I think people should do that more. Just go into schools and go into youth clubs and just speak to the young ones, man.
100%. Like, it's not. I want to say it's like for everybody. You know, everybody's different. Listen, if we were to ask all the men on the block now, do you want to live like a decent, comfortable life, eat well, sleep in a nice house and stuff? I guarantee you'd all say yeah. So for you to do that, like, you have to kind of reach your potential, do something positive, or invest in yourself. That's the most important. Invest in yourself in a positive way, and build a foundation, build on yourself. And once everybody comes to that agreement, everybody should be on the same track, straight. You know, everybody wants to live a better quality of life. I don't know who doesn't want to live a better quality of life.
No, we all do, and like you said, we all do. But with that, you have to put in the graft, the hard work. You have to be disciplined. Get me? It's not only going to happen overnight. You have to put some work into it. And I feel like with some people, even people our age, I feel like they're not ready to put in that work. They say they want it, but they're not ready to work.
Yeah, you know what it is? I think it's a lot to do with the media, because the media kind of push type of this notion, like, you know, this overnight success idea, like winning the lottery.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's the complete opposite. People don't know. I've been boxing for years. Even whilst I was on the roads and up to no good, I was going to the gym a couple times a week. So I was still building the foundation then.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of pushed me back a little bit, but also propelled me, was me studying. I studied for 4 years. I couldn't compete as I wanted to. I probably would have been in the Olympics.
Yeah.
So I was getting a lot of successes. I had serious trainers training me from the GB squad that's still on the GB squad now. And they actually saw a lot of potential in me from back then.
Yeah.
And they even brought Anthony Joshua down to the gym to spar with me. And that was back in 2000, and we're talking about 2010.
Yeah.
You know, so, but since I made that decision to go to school to study, that's what kind of just made me kind of push me back a little bit in regards to boxing. And but after I graduated, and I just started to pursue it back to another level. So, but I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I think that was a really good thing. You know, going to study. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, because
of course not.
that's the truth.
No, we're saying that, which is well, like, where are you coming from? Like you said, like, before, people always wanted to become footballers and all these things. Football was the main thing. Like you said, seeing Anthony Joshua become what he's become, you know, world heavyweight champion and that. Even you, from where you've come up from, like, you know, from Peckham, you winning the British Cruiserweight Championship, like, you might have aspired or inspired a lot of young ones from your blocks now to get into boxing and to do boxing and, you know, aspire them to become something big, a big heavyweight champion. You know that it's good what you're doing, man. We want the youth. It's bigger than the blocks. You know, like life is bigger than the blocks. Life is bigger than the ends. You can achieve anything if you want to achieve it. So that's what I'm trying to get across to the young ones as well. Because as you see on the news and like, you know, here and then, like, another person's passed away, another young one's died, and that, like, we're not here for that, man. We wanna inspire our youth to do bigger and better things.
100%. No, that's how it should be, man. And because, you know, it's just a waste of life. You know, a lot of people are like living like they can live a few times, but it's not like that, man. It's not like that, and time flies so quick. Before you know it, you know, you're like in your 40s.
Yeah.
So you don't wanna waste that time. You wanna do some positive stuff. You wanna live life to the fullest, and you can look back and say, you know what, I put the work in. No matter what happened, no matter what happens, it's like you can look back and say, you know what, I gave it my all.
Yeah.
I pushed myself. You know, I was out of my comfort zone on many occasions. You know, and this is what I got for it. And you know, whether it works or didn't, like, you can say, listen, I'm proud of it. But what would kill you is if you were to look back and say, oh, I should have done that. Oh, I should have done that as well.
Yeah.
I knew I could have made it in football. I should have just kept on training. I don't know why I stopped training. Or I could have made it with a boxing. I should have just, you know, been a bit more serious and surrounded myself. Forget that talk there, because it doesn't matter how much financial success you acquire in the future. You always look back and go, you know what, I could have done that, and that will eat you. I've met people that came up to me. I remember going wireless, and they were like, oh, Richard Riakporhe, how you doing? Yeah, can I get pictures of me? You know what? You know, I'm really happy with my life and everything I've achieved. I've done this. I've bought houses. I've made this much money. I'm actually content. But there's only one thing that I'm not happy about, and I won't be happy until I do it, and that's turn professional, be a pro boxer. But I'm old. I'm older now. I'm like 37, and I'm thinking, you know, that's deep. No. That's deep. We never had thinking like that.
No, of course, man. Of course. No, Rich, man. No, this was a good chat. Like, moving forward, like, I don't know. I was told one time, I was chilling. I was told to go to one training thing, a boxing training thing. Rich, yo, forget. I went for 2 days, Rich. Forget it. I said, nah. Man's gonna stick to my running. Man's gonna stick to my running on the treadmill and do. You see, boxing training.
Yeah.
Nah, Rich. No. It's hard, you know.
Listen, it's difficult, man. It's difficult. What?
You know when people say, yeah, come hustle. Yeah, it's gonna be the sparring. Even the sparring. I don't know even how to spar in that. But even fighting for 30 seconds, and I was tired. I was fucking no.
Listen, it's a full body workout. You know, you're working your core, you're working your cardiovascular system, and also you need like muscular endurance as well to keep on throwing punches. Listen, it's a mad workout. And imagine having a real fight when you have that pressure on you to win from close friends and family, and the pressure of an opponent trying to impose their will on you. It's proper difficult. It's only till you do it, that's when you really respect fighters, man.
Yeah, no, I respect them. Rich, you see me, like I said, like, man was just throwing punches, for 20 seconds. I thought, I'm doing my thing. But when I got tired, the way they licked me, boom, I got one in my face. I said, nah. I said, I'm not coming back to this. I'm not coming back to this. This is long.
Listen, I see some of the comments there, like they're saying, listen, they've been through it as well. You know, shouts out to everybody watching as well, man, at home.
Yeah, big up everyone that's watching.
Big up. I see
that. Big up everyone. But Rich, that's what I'm saying. You know what? Even back in the days, you know when you was having like a normal fight, when you're swinging arms for 20 seconds, fatigued. You're already out. Like,
Quickly,
he's not there for 3 whole minutes. I don't know how. Like, it's mad. And 12 rounds.
quickly. Listen, it's mad. It's mad. Imagine back in the days, they used to box for 15 rounds.
15? No.
15 rounds, bro. 15 rounds.
So, hey, so Rich, when you're boxing, yeah, obviously you're going through stages, yeah. What's it like in the? Like, obviously, I see on TV on there breathing heavy. So,
Yeah.
what's it like in the corner? Like, how long you got to get your breath back? Wait, how long is it? A minute to sit in the corner?
Yeah, 1 minute. So 1
And you
minute.
have to soak it up, quick.
Yeah, there's different techniques. You have to learn how to relax because it's your heart rate, innit? Your heart rate goes up high, and the adrenaline. You have to learn how to keep that under control, and you know, breathing is very important. Taking deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth, and just relaxing. You know, just relaxing as much as you can. Everybody's got their own type of technique, but if you don't, listen, by the time you step into the next round, you'll be fatigued. You'll be trying to survive.
When does it get heavy on the legs?
Listen, it gets heavy from mid rounds. Depending on the fight. You know, you could be in a real tough battle.
Yeah.
And going back and forth. You know, you will start to feel it from the third round. Like somebody trying to really come for you. And you have to impose yourself on them and say, listen, no, I'm not backing down. I ain't backing down. Start throwing your shots and let them know that you're there.
Yeah.
It's pretty difficult. And imagine, you know, there's times when I've been in a ring, I'll be like, flipping no, I got 7 rounds left. So I hope I knock this guy out.
Yeah, no, it's mad. What's the feeling? Obviously, the feeling when you win is amazing. What's the feeling, yeah, when they're coming up to you, they're landing shots, but you catch them like, boom! You catch them with good shots. In your head, obviously, they have to be calm with it, or in your head you're thinking, wow, I got him. Yeah, 1-1. Let's go. Or are you like more...
You still have to be calm. You still have to be calm because if you get excited, you might just punch yourself out. Have you heard of that before?
No.
So if you like hurt a fighter in the ring and then you see them hurt, you chase them down, you throw like maybe like 3 extra punches. It will take you just a little bit longer to recover from that burst of shots that you threw. And he could literally be recovering in that onslaught and then come for you as soon as you stop throwing your shots. But you still need a good 10 or 15 seconds to recover from that outburst and then that flurry of shots that you threw, and then bang, he just takes you out. You know, if you're in a boxing ring and there's like about 6 or 7 unanswered shots, you don't throw back and they just throw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen, the referee can wave off the fight, you get stopped. End of the fight. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even know.
Remember, it's like in boxing, a lot of people have died in boxing. There's been a lot of laws and regulations that have been passed because just to stop for the health of the fighters. And things have changed over time. That's why there's no more 15 rounds. There's 12 rounds now. And if you don't answer those punches back, listen, bang, they're waving the fight off. It's done.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
After a good fight, obviously, better than bruise, whatever, you still won the fight. What's the cool down like?
Yeah, it's like the cool down, everybody's different. A lot of boxers like to go on holidays. There's some boxers that are not really that disciplined. They just go ham, you know. They just go on a binge, start drinking, start partying, just living their best life, splashing their peas. So let me tell you something. You see boxing, like winning. The feeling of winning is like better than sex.
Yeah.
The feeling of winning. Think about winning a Champions League final.
Yeah.
There's no other feeling.
No, Rich. Think about winning the Champions League final. Now think about hitting Beyonce. No, Rich, you're lying. No, that wasn't you lying.
Listen, I can sleep. Listen, in my bed, and I had a world title fight. I wouldn't touch Beyonce.
No.
On my life.
No.
That's different discipline there. That shows I'm a serious guy.
But I rate that. But me, I got the heavy. Hey, Rich, me, I got the belt here. Beyonce there. I'm still Beyonce. What? Huh? Oh! No, Rich, I've got the belt there, but me, I'm still with Beyonce. No, I'll rate that though. Shout you out, Rich. I'll rate that. Discipline like that, me, no way. The belt is here. Beyonce, what on, baby? Oh, no, Rich. Shout you out though. Hey, what, so you can do that? Like, you got the belt, you don't care.
Yeah, bro. Like, trust me, it's like I'm talking about on the lead up to a fight. After the fight's done, hey Beyonce, what's going on, bro? You're right. Come on. Come take change quickly.
No, it's mad. That's what it takes, though, innit, for you to become the heavyweight champion in that, the world heavyweight champion in that.
100%, bro.
You
Like,
get me?
it's discipline, innit? It's discipline that takes you to the next level. You could be talented, but talent always, if talent don't work hard, it gets beaten. You know that. You both know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to take to the next level is like discipline. Once you have the discipline, you're untouchable, bro. Because of the mental thing as well. Some fighters, they're like the ones that will touch Beyonce. They'll jump in the ring and they'll be like, "Yep, I got this." Then they'll see the intense look on their opponent's face and be like, "You know what? This guy looks like he's on smoke today." And then you start to think about, did you leave any stones unturned? And you're like, "Oh yeah, I touched up Beyonce the other day." Bang, doubt slips in the mind. That will affect you. You can't hide it. You can't hide the body language. You can't hide it. That's why you see certain fighters, they'll step in the ring. You saw Wilder fight Fury.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that fight.
I watched it.
I was there live in the ringside. I saw Wilder, and he could see his body language very negative. Something's going on. We don't know. It wasn't on. He wasn't pressing forward like he wasn't there. It wasn't even him. But Fury now, he was on it.
Yeah.
You can see the way he looked in his fight. You see his mannerisms. You see, listen, he come to win. To win. Yeah. So
that's real rich now, man. Like you said, man. No, thank you for this chat. Like you said, so where do you go from here? You've got the British Cruiserweight belt and that.
So yeah, listen, I got, obviously, before I won the British, I was the WBA Intercontinental. And then I'm the British champion now. So we're pushing on for the world, There's a few domestic fighters as well. Big domestic fights in the future as well, but we're pushing for the world title. I'm ranked 3rd in the world under the WBA, and there's a vacant belt, so I could be mandatory within 12 months.
Wow.
I mean, I could be mandatory for a world title within 12 months. Not saying I'll be ready for the world title, but listen, I'm pushing. I'm just waiting for this flipping pandemic to just kind of just flatten, this curve to flatten, so I can just be in the gym working towards getting this world title. When I get to this world title, we'll see what's next. Maybe heavyweight. I don't know, man. We'll see.
No, you know me already, and you know my people. Then we're behind you, 100%. Always rooting, supporting. The next one, like we missed the other one, but the next fight we're therefore there. But what would you say to anyone that's chasing your dream and chasing a dream, or the boxer's dream? What would you say to the young ones or people that was in your position when you was younger? What would you say to them?
Yeah, so I'll just say, listen, Karen, first, before I answer that, the last fight, I had Marcus Alonso there, I had N'Golo Kante ringside. They come out to support the man. You get me? So I want to see all the man there. Everybody watching this, make sure James, Alabi, everybody's there, man. I want to see everyone. But for my message to the young boys aspiring, I say, listen, I think you need to be careful of your environment. Be careful of close friends. It can stop you from reaching certain goals. Understand that it's very tough. Nothing comes easy. And you have to kind of have this type of mindset that you're willing to sacrifice anything to get to the top. If you don't have that mindset, you can only make it so far. Understand that it's difficult, but anything is possible. Positive thinking at all times, no matter what. Don't worry about what people say. What matters is what you think about yourself. And yeah, just carry on being consistent, man. Just carry on pushing no matter what. That's what I'd say.
No, rate that, Rich, man. Thank you for coming on, Rich, man.
Love, man.
No, take care. God bless.
Big up to
Thank you.
everybody tuned in. Big up to everybody.
Big up everyone that's tuning in. Big up everyone that's tuning in.
I've been seeing the comments. I can't read it. I'm trying to do your thing, man. Don't look down. Thing, you know, it's peak.
The couple people here still. Yeah. Big up everyone that's locked in. Yeah. Big up Rich 10 times. Rich, take care. God bless, man.
Love. God bless, brother.
Love. Take care.